Was shot and killed last night in Mott Haven, right next to a parole office. He was just 27 years old.
That's horrible. I mean, this crime's rising.
That's someone's family that's there. That's someone's son.
Residents are concerned about the violence in the area, and there's a somber feel throughout the neighborhood. Police say they were called to Alexander Avenue and Bruckner Boulevard just before 6 yesterday, in the middle of rush hour. They found Martinez was shot multiple times in his stomach. He later died at the hospital.
This is constantly happening here in the Bronx. There's always a shootout. People are dying. It's just getting out of hand.
While some people are rattled from this shooting, others aren't even fazed at all. One guy looked at me, shrugged, and said, "That's the South Bronx." While another person says he doesn't care because the shooting has nothing to do with him.
It's sad. It sucks that it happened. Doesn't involve me.
Back in 2022, 20 G-Side Drilly gang members were indicted for multiple crimes. The DA's office confirming that John Martinez, also known as Suave Drilly in the drill rap world, was one of them. Sources say this was a retaliatory gang-related shooting. News 12 visited Martinez's home today, where a memorial candle sits outside. The building super telling us he was a kind man who always greeted her with a smile and helped her with groceries. Right now, police are looking for 4 men in connection to this deadly shooting. In Mott Haven, Lindsay Tanney, News 12.
Okay, Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakah Quadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations you Akim out there that push this word in truth and in sincerity. Well, what we have here is another case of black culture, which is a culture of death, especially with this drill music, leading people to their deaths. Case in point, drill rapper John Martinez, fatally shot after leaving the parole office. So he was already on parole for doing some mischievous shit that he did, whatever he did. But what you did with that drill music, you pushing a culture of violence, death, adultery, and they actually live these lives. And most of these drill rappers are in gangs. So, in order for you to enhance your gang reputation, your status in that gang, to rise up in the ranks, you gotta do things that, require you to put in work, so to speak. So, whatever he did landed him in jail when I ain't on parole. So now, whatever you did, but that landed you in jail when you came home, the niggas that you violated were still looking for you. Or, it could have been you dissing your ops in that drill rap scene. Whatever the case may be. This is the book of Ecclesiastes in the Bible, chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts, which is the minds of the men, of the sons of men, is fully setting them to do wicked. I'm going to read it again, because I butchered it. Slakia. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, what's that evil work? Committing adultery, gang banging, drug dealing, murdering, doing all kind of things that's unseemly in the eyes of the Most High, doing all kind of things that's totally wicked, but you got away with it, so you continue to do so. It says back in Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts was of the mind. The heart in the Hebrew is love, which means the mind. The minds of these people, the minds of the sons of men, is fully set in them to do evil. They're going to continue to do what they do because they got away with it. They got away with shooting somebody. It's going to increase their confidence to go and do it again because they got away with it. If they commit adultery, it's going to increase the desire to do so again because they got away with it. They gangbang, getting all kind of money from gangbang, and they're gonna continue to do them wicked acts. But the Lord is building up a spiritual case on your ass. And eventually, He gonna delete you. He gonna put the spirit on somebody else, pursuant to Sirach chapter 39, verse 28. Spirits of vengeance. There'll be spirits created for vengeance. And that's what happened. There was a spirit laying for him out there that was created solely to put him to death, to delete this dude. It says, because sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men are fully set to do evil. Though we're sent to do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with him that feareth Yahweh, which fear before him. You got these, especially the international bankers, they commit all kind of wicked acts, man. They are the wicked, but you got wicked amongst our people, such as John Martinez. And being in that drill scene, you a target. Because in order for you to establish yourself, you got to diss ops. You got to diss the dead. You got to do all kind of madness. And here, this is the repercussion of it. When you did in the vice, you pay the price. And the price on this dude, John Martinez, was death, man. And we all know that the Lord brings forth judgment, man. This is Psalm chapter 68, verse 20. It says, he that is our power is the God of salvation, and unto Yahweh, the Lord, belongeth the issue from death. So the Lord sanctioned his death. The Lord had him deleted through that spirit of vengeance. Like I said, Sirach chapter 39, verse 28. Just make sure I'm saying it, I'm getting the right, I'm getting the right, I'm getting the right verse for me to make sure. Yep, exactly. The book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 28. There'll be spirits created for vengeance, man. And that's what that was. Lying away from him when he was in that parole office. He saw his parole officer. When he got out of that building, it was the spirit of vengeance lying in wait for him. And shot him multiple times in his stomach. Now he's in the spirit world in his right state of mind. Because, whatever he did in this life or in his previous life, I guarantee he was in both. Because this dude was a drug rapper. One of them YNs, young nigga. And just out of control. Out of control, man. And that's why he's laying in the morgue right now with a tag on his toe. That's why he's laying in the morgue right now with a tag on his toe. Because he was in the spirit, and the Most High deleted him. The Lord sanctioned his death, man. Because he wasn't innocent. We're going to get that right now. Dude wasn't innocent. Oh, his family all heartbroken, and he's trying to change his life over. He became a rapper. But when you become a drill rapper, that's even worse. Because now you gang banging, and most of them drill rappers, they're all in gangs. Now you gang banging, dissing your ops, disrespecting the dead, and that shit comes back to bite you in your ass. It comes back to bite you in your ass when you least expect it. He wasn't expecting to get laid out, coming from the parole board, coming from the parole hearing, or whatever he was at, coming from his parole officer. He wasn't expecting to get laid out, but guess that's exactly what happened to him. Job 4:7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? He wasn't innocent. He was a wicked ass nigga indulging in street life, black culture, gang activity. That's what come with black culture. Gangs, drill rap, drug dealing, adultery, murders, robbery. That all comes with black culture. Black culture is dangerous, and you need to avoid that shit if all, with your life, man. Avoid that shit, man. Like the plague. Because black culture don't mean nobody any good. Case in point, drill rap. That's a part of black culture. John Martinez learned the hard way. Now he's dead. Back in Job chapter 4, verse 7, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or wherever the righteous cut off. You're not going to see a righteous man doing the work of the Lord out there in the highways and the byways, putting up videos week in and week out on the highways and the byways, in season, out of season. Now we're approaching the out of season time, which is going to get extremely cold. We still got to do the work. He wasn't doing the work. So you ain't going to see a righteous man being cut off. The Lord delivereth the righteous. It says, verse 8, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness, being in drill rap, gang banging, selling drugs, committing adultery, murdering, robbing. You sowing iniquity, sin upon sin. It says, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity, sin upon sin, and sow wickedness, reap the same. Whatever you sow in life, you're going to reap it. And you better believe that. Whatever you sow in life, you're going to reap it. You sow in wickedness, you're going to reap wickedness. You sow in death and destruction, it's going to come back onto you sevenfold. But a lot of you niggas don't realize that because you're wicked. And y'all don't believe in spiritual things. Y'all believe in carnal things, man. Man, I was watching the Elder Manasseh Akbar from South Carolina 08. Blessed are ye, for you are see with your eyes and hear with your ears. You're gonna be extremely blessed to believe in this truth, man. To believe in this truth, to be in the truth and break down the scriptures and understand the scriptures. And there's different levels of understanding these scriptures. But if you have a perfect understanding of these scriptures, you are extremely blessed. Versus a drill rapper or a nigga in the streets that have no clue what's going on. That love to commit adultery. Shit is crazy. But guess what, man? It is what it is, man. It says, back in Job chapter 4, verse 8, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. By the blast of Yahweh they perish, and by the breath of his nostrils are they consumed. He got put to death. The Lord sanctioned his death, man. Because he wasn't right in the spirit. He wasn't planning on getting right in the spirit. Even though he got locked up and there was other signs that the Lord gave him to change his life around, he didn't change his life around. He's a nigga. And that's why he's in the city morgue right now with a tag on his toe, waiting to be buried in this land of confusion, which is Babylon. And the Lord did it. The Lord got tired of his shit. And the Lord put him to death by sending that spirit of vengeance to get him caught up in the shit. And now he's laying on the fucking medical examiner, laying in the morgue, waiting for the medical examiner to embalm his body, make him to a mummy. Then they're going to bury him. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I am he, and there's no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Who's going to deliver you from Yahweh while Yahweh Shah when they sanction your death? No one. Not Buddha, not Jesus Christ, not Allah. Those are all false idols. Those are all false gods. The true living power is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son is Yahweh Shah. Bottom line, man. Verse 40, Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 40. For I lift my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. 41. If I wet my glittering sword, that word wet mean to sharpen, my glittering sword, and my hand take hold on judgment. That's what happened to this dude. The Most High brought judgment upon this dude, man. John Martinez, the drill rapper, the gangbanger, the parolee, has been deleted and in the spiritual world. I'm not making fun of this dude. 27-year-old drill rapper killed in front of the parole office, man. Ain't that some shit? All kind of police personnel out there, you get killed right in front of the parole office. That was judgment from the Lord, man. He says, if I wet my glittering sword and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and reward them that hate me. He was the enemy of the Most High. He was the enemy of the Most High. The Most High didn't care about this dude, man. That's why He deleted him. That's why he got deleted, because the Lord didn't care about him, man. And that's something for you to really acknowledge and understand. The Lord has an elect that He care about. The rest of the 2/3 are the 2/3. They're going to come back through the elect men that make it. It's all about the elect, man. 2/3 members like John Martinez and the rest of them drill rappers and the rest of them reprobate niggas out there on the streets running around, running amok, they're going to get deleted. And that's just the bottom line, man. They're going to be deleted. Psalms. 1 Samuel chapter 1 verse, Let me slow down. 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. Did you hear that? Let's bring it out again. 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. So the Lord put the sanction on this death, man. The ultimate Godfather. The power of the whole universe. The galaxies and everything that's created. The Lord created that, man. And He put the sanction of this dude's death, John Martinez. And there's gonna be multiple deaths that's gonna come right behind this, man. Because that drill rap shit is nothing but a bunch of bullshit. It's a culture of death. Like I mentioned earlier. It's a culture of death, man. And he wasn't an innocent victim. He did dirt. That's why he went to jail. Whatever he went to jail for. And when he came home, he didn't change his ways. He still was indulging in the things that he was did before he got put in jail. Or maybe whatever he did before he got put in jail, that shit caught up to him. Who knows? These YNs, or you want to call them young niggas, these niggas nowadays, man, they bugged out, man. They have no sense of direction. They're just clueless of what's happening in this world. It's all about gang banging, violence, death and destruction, and making that stupid ass drill music that they make, man. Which is filled with different demons. When you listen to certain music, it brings different vibes. And that drill music gonna bring demons on you. And that's why he's in the morgue in New York City, morgue, waiting for the New York City medical examiner to embalm him, and make him into a mummy. He's going to be in a coffin, and they're going to bury him in Babylon the Great, the land of confusion, and that's going to be that. He's going to be in the spirit world. His soul going to go back to the Father of spirits. He's going to be in his right state of mind because he choose not to get right. That's why the Lord deleted him. Dumb nigga. And I ain't making, like I said, I ain't making fun of the dude. I'm not coming down hard on the dude, but sometimes truth is the truth, man. Truth is truth, man. You know? Sometimes you gotta just take truth for what it is, man. You know, hey, you do something fucked up and wicked, you're gonna get your just due. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 1. It says, "Do no evil, so shall no harm come to thee." If you have to commit all kind of wickedness, committing adultery, gang banging, shootings, drug dealings, that drill music, which is nothing but a part of culture of death, right along with committing adultery and gang banging and selling drugs. That's all a culture of death, man. And that's all these niggas have. It's a culture of death. When you doing these things, it's gonna come back to bite you in your ass. It says, like, I'm reading it again. The book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 1. "Do no evil, so shall no harm come to thee. Depart from the unjust." When you come home, you should have a different mindset. I'm going to change my life around. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Not go back to the same thing that you was involved with before you got locked up. You got to depart from unruly, wicked niggas that you surround yourself with. But if you're an unruly, wicked-ass nigga, you ain't going to be able to surround yourself with nobody else because that's what you used to doing. Wicked and unruly shit. And that's why you in the medical examiner's office waiting to be embalmed. It says, "Depart from the unjust, and iniquity sin," which is sin, iniquity, which is sin, "shall turn away from thee. My son, sow not upon the furrows of unrighteousness, and thou shalt not reap them sevenfold." You out there gang banging, drug dealing, you sowing upon the furrows of unrighteousness. What's going to happen? Either you're going to get put to death or you're going to go to jail for life, which is both judgment. And in my case, if this is me, I'd rather be in the spirit world than be in the jail cell for life. It is what it is, man. This dude, John Martinez, made a fatal mistake and got put to death right in front of the parole officer. He thought he was safe. An ambush that hit him, he didn't know from where it came from. He doesn't know he ended up in the hospital and he lost his life. Sickening. A tragic thing that happened, but that was judgment from the Lord. So with that, no more to be said. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the bishops and elders of Great Millstone. With that, I'm going to say Shalom.